To say thanks for making Subway footlongs famous, get any piled high regular footlong for just $5. $5 footlongs. Hurry, a celebration this great won't last long. At Subway.
omnisexual, often shortened to omni, is an orientation describing someone who is attracted to all genders, but still has a noticeable difference between genders. For example, someone who is omnisexual could be attracted to all genders with a preference for non-binary individuals. Omnisexuality differs from terms such as pansexual, as pansexuality specifically states that gender is not a factor in the individual's attraction, whereas an omnisexual individual does consider gender to be a factor in how they feel attraction. This term is also often confused with bisexual. Whilst omnisexual is under the bisexual and multisexual umbrella, and someone who fits the description of omnisexual could still consider themselves bisexual or multisexual, the terms are all still differentiated. Every omnisexual individual can also fit the definition of bisexual and multisexual, but not every bisexual or multisexual individual fits the definition of omnisexual. The romantic equivalent is omniromantic. Section 1. History and quoting. The word omnisexuality seems to first appear in the 1959 beat poet Lawrence Lipton's The Holy Barbarians. However, it was not described in the context of the current definition until a 1984 text titled Sexual Choices, An Introduction to Human Sexuality. This text describes omnisexuality as a state of attraction to all sexes. It also stated that some researchers believe that every individual is born omnisexual before developing their sexual attraction into the labels of homosexual, heterosexual, or other orientations. This term spread even further in the early 1990s as M. Jimmy Killingsworth undertook an analysis of poet Walt Whitman. In Killingsworth's study, he found that Whitman had a general omnisexual character throughout his work. The Leaves of Grass. In the 2010s, The Atlantic noted that his poetry expresses sexuality towards all genders, sometimes even the sea or the earth. Omnisexual was a common message board term in the 2000s. The knowledge of this term was boosted even further when several celebrities came out as pansexual. The media made several non-monosexual terms known in the mainstream as that took place. Many popular articles discussed omnisexuality alongside these celebrities' pansexuality. The prefix omni comes from the Latin word omnis, meaning all. Section 2. Flags. The omnisexual flag was designed by Pastel Niemer on or before July 4th, 2015. It is unknown if the colors have any meaning, but a purpose meaning is as follows. The light pink and light blue represents the gender spectrum. The pink represents attraction to femininity in women. Blue color represents attraction to masculinity in men. The deep purple, sometimes depicted as black, represents attraction to people whose gender identity falls outside of the named categories. The fifth alternate flag was coined by Crypto Crew at Hayden000S's request on January 16th of 2021 and was first published on a post one day later. Dark blue represents men. Mid blue represents masculine genders. Light blue represents non-masculine genders that have masculine presentations such as azure girls. Dark green represents the agender genderless spectrum. Yellowish green represents demigenders, and yellow represents non-demigenders and non-genderless people with neutral presentations such as a poop man. Red represents women. Pale red represents feminine genders. Reddish pink represents non-feminine genders that have feminine representations such as rose boys, rust boys. Black represents a non-binary genders. Purple represents androgynous genders. Gray represents non-odorant and non-androgynous genders that present androgynously or in an amaranthian manner, such as a limproche agender person. White represents fluid genders, multigenders, and people with fluid or multiple presentations, while the yellow design represents attraction and community and a burst of love or attraction. Another flag was made on July 22nd, 2021 by fandom user The Nelson System. It was made by an alter with tritanopia, colorblindness as an near exact version of what they see the omnisexual flag as. It's very similar to the existing omnisexual flag, but less are hard on the ice and more dulled down. Thank you for listening to my wonderful reading of the Creative Fandom page on omnisexuality. See you later.